Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Athletic Definition. This is Mary Fitness Day 29 out of 31, and thank you so much for joining me. I see everybody's excited to be here, and I'm not only a podcast host and a coach, endurance athlete, but I'm also a versatile actor. So I am pretending that it's day 29, even though it's the 31st. And so, it's been raining a lot in California, and it over here it doesn't rain at all, really, compared to other states. And I'm really blessed, in my opinion, to be here. And maybe I wouldn't be at this point as big as a runner that I am if it was for different types of weather. But me personally, I love running in the heat, and uh, with it raining so much, I thought, why not provide some tips, some ideas that you can do at home with no workout equipment, and then of course I'll go over some bonus, of course, the basic stuff if you have it. I'm sure you already know. Even what I'm going to mention is pretty basic, but maybe hopefully I'll throw in a tidbit or two that you haven't considered. And of course, since this is the Mary Fitness Extravaganza, day 29 of 31, I have my puns for you. So the Christmas puns, Santa, he wanted to start working out, so I've tried to tell him about different types of workouts that there is, and he really wants to start lifting weights. And I told him, how about we start off with some yoga? And he's like, I don't really feel that's a real workout. He just kind of thought it's a bit of a stretch. And then so I told him, okay, what we need to do, Santa, is we need to do is a workout that gets your heart going. It's the strongest muscle in your body. And he's like, oh, I didn't know it was the strongest muscle in your body. And I told him, yeah, it's always pumping iron. And all right, the jokes don't get any better than this, but I have a couple more days of providing Christmas puns. But there is rumors of Christmas in July, so we never know. I guess also before I get started with the tips, by the way, I have 8 tips for you today. Check out the outfit of the day. Of course, I'm rocking the Merry Christmas hat, and then this shirt has a bunch of little like Santa Clauses and looks like a Rudolph and some snowflakes and like a little elf. All right, so these are some ideas that you can do as far as a workout when it rains. The first one is planking, and planking is maybe one of the more effective ways to work out your core, especially if you do it properly. I don't feel a lot of people do it properly. There's some people that are have no proper form, or they're not trying to like they're not squeezing their their butt muscles basically together and pressing towards like the ground. Um, so if you do it effectively, it's really really good. There's always those people that can like hold it for 5-10 minutes, which is outrageous. But I always think how much are you doing your part to try and make it difficult as well. So planking is excellent. Definitely, if you don't know what it is, you can YouTube it, and it's very effective for getting your abs. My number one tip is body weight exercise, and a lot of people may knock this, but I personally love body weight body weight exercises. I feel like the more I do it, the more it strengthens the things that I'm missing by doing a lot of machines that, like say at the gym, they're, they're not designed like, with full functionality of the human body in mind. So body weight exercise is great because you can do, so many things from push-ups to lunges to ATG squats to calf raises, variations of everything. So definitely look into body weight workout. And number three, it's just a great all-around workout. It works your legs, your heart, everything. Burpees. Burpees can be done a variety of ways to make them either more easier or more difficult. Um, on the people doing it, and then based on your injuries, if you have really bad like ankles or something, maybe the way you land. So there's variations you can do it, and that way you can get a great all around workout. I think it's I can't remember the guy who's in charge of the Spartan races, but he did a TED talk and I watched it, and he just challenged everybody to do like 30 burpees for 30 days. So I did that challenge, and it was good. It was good. So I highly recommend burpees. It's a good way to mix up your workout too if you're a little bored. And the fourth one is maybe something you've never done, and maybe you might be a little bit embarrassed to do it if you've never done it. But shadow boxing, when I boxed, shadow boxing is very important to do. You're just getting ready, preparing, mentally seeing your opponent. And if you're doing it in your backyard or in your house, no one's watching you. If you're not recording it and putting it on, the internet, who cares if you don't have proper form? Who cares if you don't have good technique? You're moving, you're sweating, you're getting your heart rate going, and you could learn technique as you're going along and get more and more into it. Shadow boxing, highly recommended. Great workout. You could do it in rounds. You could start off with a 1 minute, one round of straight shadow boxing or 30 seconds, move up to what the pros do, which is 3 minute rounds, and with like 30 seconds rest in between, where my workouts were really getting good because I was doing a lot of boxing and shadow boxing. This is where I feel it's such a good workout. Is we'd be working out and our breaks would be 30 seconds, but between those 30 seconds, when the timer would go off, you'd either do push-ups or sit-ups. So it'd be like a no real recovery, but you kind of learn how to rest in those moments. So definitely highly recommend shadow boxing. It's fun. It's fun. Check it out. And then yoga. I made a little joke about it earlier, but I've had uh, already Kitty Gonzalez talking about yoga, and I've been trying to get Ruby. As soon as we have Android available, she will be on. And I have more other yoga people I plan to bring on as well. But yeah, yoga is excellent. Everyone seems to have some sort of back issues, knee issues, something hurts. And a lot of it just has to do with our lifestyle, unfortunately. We weren't meant to sit behind desks for 8 hours a day and then drive. So, yoga, I highly recommend yoga for everybody. Something you can do in the rain. And there's plenty of YouTube videos. I'm sure, I think even like things like Netflix and stuff, Amazon, I know if you click in fitness, you'll see actual workouts that you can do. So that's something you could do if you've never even thought about that. And then I'm a huge fan of mobility work. Mobility work could be like a mix between yoga. Uh, it could be like doing like, things to get a little bit of flexible, keep your mobility. You can also kind of incorporate with the mobility work, kind of like massage at the same time, some foam rolling, just to stay loose, and at the same time you're getting ready for when it stops raining, and you're going to have a maybe more effective workout because now you have access to what you didn't have when it was raining. Being mobile, being limber, being able to use and having control of your body. So definitely recommend mobility. The next two, maybe they're probably the most, besides the shadow boxing, that you may not consider. And number seven is make your home healthier. You have extra time, and a lot of people that work out, we work out, but the saying goes, it's what working out. Basically, it's 80% diet and then 20% out. 20% is like the working out part. So maybe clean out your pantry, clean out your refrigerator, see things that are expired. Um, Maybe it's a good time to start. It's the new year. Start off with, I'm not going to eat as many chips. See how many you have left. If you don't have that many, you can maybe get rid of them. Start with a clean slate. And so by making your house healthier, and that can go from also, detergents you use, turning off the router when you're not using it, and not having the Wi-Fi going when you're not using it. There's different ways that you can make your house cleaner overall. Um, and then just preparing you to be able to, when you want to exercise, have everything accessible, like laundry. The more you work out, the more laundry you have. So another great thing you can do when it rains, it's not really a workout, but you're gonna need clean clothes anyways. And the last one is meal prepping. It is a great way, time to meal prep if you meal prep. If you don't, you know, there's things I like about it and things I don't. I don't like the fact how some people just think it's so great, but really, if you're microwaving the food, it's not that fresh. Food is always the healthiest, has the most nutrients when it's fresh. And so microwave food, to me, I really stay away from it, but maybe you can meal prep some nice salads, other options. And, meal prepping and microwave food compared to fast food with lots of calories is still more beneficial. So sometimes you have to, choose the better option just depending on our lifestyle or maybe how busy we are that day with kids, wives, husbands, everything else. Now, if you happen to have money and you have those workout equipment, you guys already know I'm a huge kettlebell fanatic. Kettlebells are they have so many different uses. If you have two, it's great. If you have one, you can do the swing. You can do everything on it. I've demonstrated you can do some ab work without even having to like lay down on the floor. So kettlebells are great. Also, if you have weights at home, that's another great option to do in the rain. Um, the other thing is stationary bikes. So stationary bikes, treadmills when it's raining. Maybe you just have your clothes on it. It's a good time to pull that off. I don't like the treadmill, as you already know. I call it the dreadmill, but it's great to do. Like, don't turn it on. Do it backwards on there the first 5 minutes for your warm up, or your stationary bike as well. As I mentioned, though, if you're always on the stationary bike, especially during this time of year, some people could think you're a psychopath. And then the last thing is, if you have a lot of money, you can always look into the Peloton, which is about 1,500, and then it comes with a like a teams and people, and kind of like more getting into the community where you can race against each other and follow each other and kind of compare numbers and keep you motivated. And the other one is, I'm looking to see how I could try and review this. Is the mirror? The mirror, they range from like a little bit over 1,000 to about $2,000. There seems to be about like four models, and I really don't know what the difference, but they brag about a bunch of programs. I think they have like at least 44 different styles of workouts you can do. I read something about like 10,000 hours, and you can do like customized personal training. Mm, I don't know. I'm like, I see good things about it, and I see bad things about it. Me personally, I think I'd rather go to a group class, but during the pandemic, maybe the mirror would not be so bad. Would it motivate you? I'd love to hear from anybody as well. You could listening in on Twitch or on YouTube or in the broadcast or even in the audience. You could always leave me a comment. I want to know if the mirror is something that would motivate you, or do you need like that personal touch of a human saying, "Hey, we're meeting," or "You missed your workout," or "What's going on," um, or if you're working out in front of like some sort of like 3D image or hologram, and you're off a little bit because maybe you were out drinking the night before or you got into a fight with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Will that hologram actually know and detect that? Because I know I've been at plenty times where I've worked out, and your coaches, your trainers, they get to know you. They get to know you very well, and they're like, "Oh, were you out drinking last night? Were you?" And that's some of the things that that's why I want to try it. I don't want to knock it. I see benefits to everything. Even now, as where everyone's talking about the metaverse, there's positives and negatives I see to it. I could see people just getting too lazy and not just wanting to play like say basketball the whole time in there. But I also see things as benefits. Like, I do jujitsu, and let's say the time I got stitches in my eye, I couldn't physically train jujitsu. But if I could train and go over, like somehow in augmented reality, me training with an actual another person, and it's more like practice. I could see benefits to that as well. So I think that everything's like the way you use it. So there could be benefits to anything you use. But I hope this just kind of gives you a little ideas of things you can do when it rains, some variety. And then if it doesn't rain and you belong to a gym, then well, actually, that's another thing. But I personally don't really like to drive in the rain too much anymore, so I'd rather not drive to the gym. Before, like if I would get off work and it was really, really raining hard, the gym was right across the street, so I would go there, work out, kind of wait for the rain to die down if it did at all, and then I would drive home. But besides that, if it's like, you have the day off or you work remote, I'd rather train at home than have to drive and put myself at risk. You know, um, it and I live in LA, so traffic here is crazy. People here, they cruise in when the sun's out and nice and shiny to show off your cars, and then they speed when it rains, and there's just accidents all the time. So, um, but that is California. Gotta love it. And thank you everybody for joining. As you could tell, this is episode 29 of 31. I got two more episodes to go. So who knows? Maybe I'll come back before the new year, but I really doubt it. If not, I will be doing makeup shows on the first and second, or maybe both of them tomorrow, and just showing my versatility as an actor, pretending that it's still the 30th and 31st, even though we all know it's the first. So this is going to be episode 29. Try to do this one every day for the year. I missed a couple, but yeah, this has been an awesome experience doing the daily shows here on Fireside. And thank you, everybody, for joining me. Until next time, this has been Coach Ray Z on the Merry Fitness Extravaganza, day 29 of 31, Athletic Definition.